Hi everybody, this is Doug Ringwald at Coaching the Body Institute. Today's video is on how to self-treat your serratus anterior muscle. This muscle is extremely important and is responsible for a ton of shoulder pain. So just learning how to treat this one single muscle is going to do a lot to resolve shoulder pain. We also have a PDF linked in the comments that is a guide, a free guide to how to treat your own shoulder pain. So please use that resource. The previous video I did was on treating the low trapezius muscle, and that is another good resource to check out. Is the kind of the part 1 to this part 2, but you'll get a lot of benefit just from this serratus anterior treatment. If you're not familiar with referral pain, most pain in the studies, it shows that most pain, 80%, is actually from muscle trigger point fibers, not from nerve impingements or other diagnoses, but actually from trigger points in muscles. So that's what we're all about, is restoring pain-free movement by treating trigger points. Now this muscle attaches the scapula to the ribs, so the fibers are running in this direction. So we can cross fiber, basically look for hard fibers with the ball like this along the side, along the ribs. And we want to get close to the scapula. So here's the edge of my scapula. I can feel it right here. We want to get the ball right in front of that. So here's the scapula, edge of the scapula. I'm going to bring the ball just in front of it. And then anywhere along the ribs here, I'm going to be looking for hard fibers. So the way that I like to do this first is with the arm in front, and that way I can just lean into the ball. So I'll start up high here in the armpit area, just in front of that shoulder blade. So there's where the ball is. Now I'm going to let my arm relax and hold it with my right again. And now I'm just going to, as I lean into that ball, I'm just going to roll a little bit and look for some hard or tender fibers. There's one. And then of course if I want more compression, I'm just going to take my right leg out away from me a little bit more so I can just lean into the door frame a little bit. So that's tender. It's about a 3 in that area, and then but what I also feel at the same time is actually like a weird kind of dull, achy pain coming down the outside of my arm to my last 2 fingers. Now that is common referral. That's a common referral pain from the serratus anterior. So that confirms that I'm on some hard trigger point fibers of serratus anterior. I'm generating the referral from those fibers. And now this muscle is, since it's attaching to the rib cage, attaches the scapula to the rib cage, having my arm in front of me like this actually is shortening it. So we call that protraction. So it's by the protraction is shortening those muscle fibers. And then to make them a little bit longer and to get some movement in those fibers with the compression, all I have to do is take some inhales and exhales, just like I did with the pec minor muscle, the previous muscle. Now I'm going to, so that was that spot again right there. So now I'm going to move the ball down a little bit lower and look for some spots there. So if you feel tenderness in this area against the ribs, it's not your ribs that are tender. It's the muscle fibers of the serratus anterior that are laying right on top of it. So you're compressing them in between the ball and the ribs. Okay, there's a good one. So I can roll a little bit till I really find it, and then just take some deep inhales and exhales. So the other thing that you might find here, besides the referral when you're on a hard fiber, the referral that will go down the outside of the arm to the last two fingers, you also might feel something in the back, in that interscapular area. This muscle also refers there. And then you might feel the referral chaining through the trapezius muscle up into this area here. That's common. Or into the back of the neck. Or you might also feel some other sensations down in the front of the shoulder from the infraspinatus muscle, or in the back of the shoulder, sometimes a band of pain around the wrist. These are all things that are being generated by the serratus anterior. So this muscle is responsible for a ton of referral pain into other areas of the shoulder, and it can set up all of these things. So this is a good muscle to spend some time on. That was step 3. Now we'll do the contract, relax, stretch. So this is called post-isometric relaxation, or we call it contract, relax. That's kind of more descriptive of how we use it. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to push my arm and my shoulder forward against the resistance of the door frame for 5 to 7 seconds with my inhale. And I'm going to hold that contraction. And then when I release it after 5 or 7 seconds, I release the breath, let the arm relax. Then I'm going to lunge forward. So my left leg is forward, and I'm going to keep my arm here against the wall. And that's going to be a big stretch for the front of the shoulder. For all these muscles, it'll be a stretch for clavicular, pec minor, and serratus anterior. So you might be familiar with this. Is a stretch that they do often in physical therapy and in other things. They call it the doorway stretch, right? Like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a variation of that, and we're going to really target our serratus anterior with this stretch by keeping our elbow low. So we keep our elbow at about 45-degree angle here, and then we use a sub-maximal contraction. So you don't need a big contraction, you just need like 10 or 20%. So what I'll do is I'm going to then push my shoulder forward and my arm forward against the wall. Elbow low, push forward. Now I can feel all these muscles engage. So I'm going to hold that and inhale. And then as I release the breath, I let the arm relax, and then I just bring my chest forward, and the arm stays back where it is. So that's a nice big stretch. And when you kind of come into this stretch, if I'm feeling it along my ribs right here, so that's a good serratus anterior stretch. To maximize the stretch too, you can also rotate your torso away from the wall a little bit. So I'm going to turn. And what that does is as I turn a little bit, that's going to keep pushing my scapula towards my spine and really give me a big stretch on my serratus anterior. And that's the 4 steps. Now, after that, I just want to, move my shoulder through some active range of motion here and see what it feels like. So I'll just use my scapular muscles, just do some circles forward, some circles back, and then, just nice gentle movements, taking my arm through range of motion. And you might have much more limited motion with your shoulder when you first start doing this. The whole idea is to retrain pain-free movement. So by doing this series of compressions on the muscles and then moving the muscles with the compression when that's available, or with the breath moving the muscles, and then we do the contract, relax, stretch as part 4, that's a good overall treatment for these scapular stabilizer muscles. And that should help them soften up a little bit more and then become more, having those hard trigger points. When they soften, they become more available to the nervous system so they can actually contract and relax on demand again. So then what we want to do is just take the arm through some movements where the shoulder muscles have to do some work, but nice and gentle. And then if you start to feel, start to getting into a pain situation where you start to feel some pain on the top of the shoulder or front of the shoulder, anywhere, you just want to, then you're just going to back off and come back and go the other way. And then you move back up into the pain a little bit, but it should still be like minimal, like a 3 or 4. No big deal. All right. You don't want to feel any sharp pains. That's why we do everything nice and slow. But you do want to kind of push into that threshold slightly, right? And then what you'll find is as you do this, if you do this exercise, every day, this little series, that you can start to expand the range of motion. So maybe you have pain here. Maybe you start to, after a couple times of doing the compressions, you can expand it a little bit. Maybe you can expand it, a little bit more the next day. So you want to just gently work into that threshold, but you don't want to brutalize yourself. If you go, this is not the type of situation where more is better. This is like a lesser more situation. You want to just kind of approach that threshold gently and then bring it back down, because we want the body to know that it can go into these ranges and you can push this threshold and keep expanding the box without the body feeling like it has to suddenly engage everything and lock everything down. That would be counterproductive. I hope that video helped you out a lot. I hope you get a lot of benefit from that. And also linked in the comments is a free PDF guide on how to treat your own shoulder pain. So please go ahead and use that resource as well. Thanks.